Hello comrades, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back with Soho-Hoviet Republic, and we're just outside the oil refinery where oil presumably is being refined. It's having deportment classes and walking around with a book on its head. In the last, well, it was a live stream, so anything could have happened, and did. Things burnt down, and then the game crashed. I've since played forward a little bit, just to kind of bring myself back up to speed there. But I'm at a bit of a loss as to what exactly you will have seen since then, so I couldn't honestly tell you. What I can tell you, however, is that the oil tank is full while the train is trying to unload. Not necessarily a bad thing, but we can't process anything because we are full to the gills with bitumen, which is a bit of a problem, but one I hope to resolve really fast. If we go to the construction office here, bitumen is used to make asphalt plant. Yeah, the asphalt plant. Oh yes, you will have missed the fun and games with conveyor belts and whatnot. Yes. Good times were had by all. Right, I'm going to refresh my memory ever so slightly. You have the bombastic intro. We will meet one another on the other side. Right then, turns out I didn't actually have to look very far. The asphalt plant is right here, attached by a pipe. And we're not producing any asphalt at the current time because of reasons. What are you picking up there, Tiger? No, you're dropping off gravel. So how's about you drop that off then? Load 100% of everything. Where is this? I can't rule out that I've made some kind of heinous error there. It is pretty normal. But there you go. So asphalt. Now, where can one store asphalt? That's the thing. Because I don't think you can. I think it is a use it or lose it kind of a product there. What are you doing? Oh, you're coming over here. Yes. No bricks, steel, prefabs. No. Prefabs and bricks and steel and warehouse. No. And then where's my concrete and asphalt? No, that's the production. Asphalt storage is 1/2 ton. So what do you do with the rest of the bitumen? I mean, I could probably flog it, and that's not necessarily a bad idea. Okay, right, well, maybe I should do that then. I'm still just ever so slightly at a loss as to what to do with myself now, because this is all hooked up in one particular kind of style. Maybe if I were to pull up some pipes. I haven't got an agenda at the moment, other than remember what the heck it was I was doing. Anyway, right, there's some pipes. Now, you should be currently showing me some pipe outlet type behaviour. Good. Yes. Right, so if I built a little tank for this, oil fuel storage, hold on. No, you can handle bitumen, no problem. And then what we'll do with this is I'll export the excess. So if we just bang that in there, I'm still building everything myself at the moment, but where I'm hoping to get to is a situation where I'm actually selling excess materials out to the locals, and then doing all of my own construction is the goal. What are you storing? There you go. Bitumen's going in there. Grand. Okay, good. Yeah, you see, that's pumping along nicely, although we appear to have some erratic voltage going on. I mean, you're seeing that too, right? Okay. Well, this is now working again. That's something. Oh, we have got voltage problems. What's going on over here at Power Plant Central? Are you working? Current 4 of 20. Yes, we need some more people working here, because I mean we're selling electricity to the Americans, which is fine. I'm quite happy to sell electricity to the Americans, build up the old dollar account there. That's not a problem. Curious. Okay, I'm going to assume that the asphalt situation is actually working and that I simply just don't need any at the moment. Let's have a look at this bridge. The bridge. It's not even a bridge, dude. It's just a bit of road that it's under control. You need 38 tons of asphalt. But if I can only store 1/2 ton of asphalt at a time, that seems wrong. Okay, you know what? I'm not even going to worry about it. Not even remotely. I did have some lofty notion of starting to make I mean, you'd call it a town, but it's more like a refugee camp at the moment, with heavy industry. Yeah, I had a notion of trying to start some beautification on the old town here, but in all honesty, I think I'm going to start reinforcing myself economically by making sure that I'm producing everything. That's what I think that's what I'm going to do. So today we're going to look at the construction of steel, which is highly likely to be more complicated than I have potentially given it any credit at all. But I've made oil and stuff. Now steel. No, you've probably missed it. Various industry. Coal and iron, yeah, that's what we need. Coal mine, yeah. Coal processing plant, not interested. There we go, here we go. Iron mine is 85.5 grand. Okay, that's not cheap, but it does produce a fair amount of ore. And then this is 147 grand. We're gonna motor through our money in no time flat if we're not careful. In fact, I'm already motoring through my money in no time flat. And there's the steel mill, which is 258,000 rubles. Well now, but expensive it may be. But what it also is essential, because once I've got this and prefab panels, then it's just electrical components, and I am entirely self-sufficient when it comes to building my own buildings and building them well. So that's potentially worth bearing in mind. We do have a bit of a trickle down on resources at the moment, which is a bit of a whatchamacallit, a bit of a problem. We shouldn't be buying anything here. Yep. We're not buying anything from that. We shouldn't be buying anything from there either. No, we're not. Well, that's jolly good. What about this lot? Nope. No, we are importing nothing. We are sitting on our own resources only to produce this, and that's absolutely dandy. Good. Right. Next task. Well, the voltage is now consistent. It's only at 229 out of 230, but it is at least operational. It's night time, so we'll soon see if there aren't any lights on. No, this all looks fine. Let us go on the hunt for oil. No. Let us go on the hunt for iron. Yes, well done. Iron mine. Okie dokie. Right, now then, let's do the grand tour here. We'll start out by just doing some general hold on, we found it. Yep, there's a fair amount of iron ore going on here. Okay, right. Now, I don't suppose that you would accommodate me with something a little bit less, I don't know, let's say, mountainous. I mean, I know that that's where iron tends to occur, but if you could do me a solid and have something that is flat and accessible, that would be joyous. There's a little bit here. Now that is flat and accessible, but it's also further away. I think the smart move is just going to be get as close to town as possible, so that I don't have any issues. Oh, look at all of this! All lovely. Yeah, okay. I think we're going to stay near town. Look, there's tons of it. It's just iron as far as the eye can make out when you're using the iron spotting tool. Right, okay, I'm going here. Whether or not this is an appropriate amount of money, don't really know. Also, let's zoom ourselves in somewhat and get the belt facing the right way. Oh, it's quite hypnotic. Look at it shimmering around there. Right, okay. Bang it in. Yeah? Yeah. Right there. Go. 1 times iron mine. And it's actually reasonably close to the export road. That's actually quite helpful. I have unwittingly done something useful. Well, that's nice. Right, okay, so you're going to need presumably some electricity of some description. That would seem to be traditional. And do you need any workers? I suspect we're going to need to find out, aren't we? Because it's not going to be built for a little bit. But then we need our steel mill, which presumably is going to require coal as well. Well, yeah, yes, well, as well. Oh, actually, we've got to do iron processing first. Fair enough. Okay, well, you know, we'll bang that in here. There's my conveyors in. There's my conveyors out. I'm going to convey you down the mountain there, son. And then we will park ourselves right about here. Flatten it up some. Yep, bosh. Get it built. Right. Okay, good. Next job will be from there to get to a steel mill. I guess they still call it a steel mill here in the 1960s. There we go, steel mill. This is the pricey one. I think we might sling this in pretty much next door. Hold on, what's that? It's got an auto rail link. Well, that's jolly exciting. It's not something I require, but I'm excited nonetheless. Perhaps it should be something that I account for. But I just want to hook it up to some conveyors, and then everything will be peachy. Obviously, we will need to bring coal in. I assume this is going to need coal. I'll tell you what, let's build it and find out. With this first playthrough, there is going to be an awful lot of let's just play it and find out. I suspect you may have gathered that already. But yeah, right, okay, up to 250 workers. We're going to need some more houses. But at least the commute isn't dreadful for that, so, that's a small mercy for all of us. Now then, where's your road connection? Here you go. Right, come on down. Do you fancy connecting onto there? No, I didn't think you were going to make life easy for us. That's okay, we'll work it round. We'll work the problem, as they say in NASA, who are, of course, part of our rival organisation. So maybe we shouldn't speak of them in a fond fashion. Right, let's try activating the smoothing. Well, you say it's the smoothing gun. It's basically just mass destruction of forestry and grassland. But who's really counting? Right, give me some of this. Down you come. Too much of a descent. Okay, well, what if I were to build some kind of downward sloping bridge here? I mean, I'd rather not. Brick bridge, yeah. Concrete, prefab, yes. Steel. I'm going to go with brick because going uphill, I suspect quite strongly that nobody's really going to get up the tempo to hang with that. This may end up looking horrendous. All right, so set your expectations accordingly. Keep coming down, down. Yeah, that's good. All right, well, we might as well make it straight, even though it's taking us in the wrong direction. Now then, for future reference, do a bit of flattening before you start building your idiotic bridge. There's a pro tip there from the maestro. Right, okay, now we've got an end point we can grab hold of, wang it around, snap it onto there. Everybody's mostly happy, or else. Good, okay, right, now then, so that's the old iron mine pretty much ready to go, although I suspect it's probably also going to be going, oh, I've not got any electricity. And that's exactly what it's saying, which means I've got to faff around with pylons again. Okay, that's all right, I'm comfortable with faffing around with pylons. Pylons are life, after all. Right, we don't want high voltage is overkill for this job. Some medium voltage would be absolutely sublime. Okay, well, it's not. I'm not seeing an open connection anywhere, and that tends to be because I fill them straight up the second I've got them. Right, okay, well, we'll get rid of that lot then. Yeah, and you, and then we'll build ourselves another switch in here. We're going to need those two to go that way and one to fling itself up the mountainside. So we'll give it some of that. Yeah, that's it. Connect this all back up again before anybody notices I've cut them off. And even if they did notice, they wouldn't say anything because they're incredibly loyal. Right, and then we'll jump over the conveyor belt because what we don't care about currently, and again, you may or may not have noticed this, is whether anything is neat. Which is why none of it is. You're not connecting, are you? You might, just there. How far do you actually want to go? Well, I want to get close enough so that if I need a second mine, it's not a horrendous amount of distance to travel. Okay, well, there's some logic in that, I suppose. Can you get in there? Can't build due to infrastructure. Just put it in there. There you go. Everybody's happy. Well, everybody will be happy if I can take this around the corner like so, and then onto... Nope. All right, keep going. Take it out a little further, and then grab-a-roo, hook her up. No. Take it a little bit further this way, and then grab-a-roo, hook her up. There you go. See, that wasn't so tough, was it? Are we there? Yep, you've got 22 volts. Which I'm sure is fine. You've actually... Oh, that was kilovolts. I wasn't aware that such a thing existed, but apparently it does. Right, okay, so good. That's all juiced up. Now we just need to put in some kind of commuting service, and I suspect, actually, we're going to want a few more workers in order to populate that. So I'm going to bung up another house. Because it is a house. It's not a horrendous concrete edifice-based tower block type situation. No, definitely isn't. Can't build due to infrastructure. Can build. The infrastructure was there to facilitate the previous build that burnt down, if you recall correctly. Let's get rid of some of this, and it should just slot in. See? Like that. Perfect. Thank you, autosave. Right, let's try and slam it as close to the next one as possible. There you go. Alright, and in you go. Can we get another... Can we squeak another one in there? I'm guessing not. Okay, well, do we want to put it in somewhere else? Possibly. Possibly not. We do have some more space out here, however. You really aren't putting any effort into lining these up neatly, are you? No? What's your problem with that? This is all wondrous. I mean, with a little bit of... It's called a planned economy, dude. I mean, you know, if you were to put up just a smidge of effort into this, you know, you might actually be able to suggest that this was indeed a planned economy and that you'd planned it really, really well. And no, you don't get to live next to Comrade Lenin, as much as you may wish to. Let's plant some trees, make a piazza for Comrade Lenin. I think he'd like that, were of course he alive, which of course he's not. Right, okay, let's grab some of this, grab some path. Let's hook these up variously. There you go. No, you were going to do it. But at some point you are going to have to show just a little bit more care and attention to this stuff. Let's hook that up onto there and see where they get to. Good. Where's the next one that we've done? We've done this one. Right, good. Bang that onto there for reasons. And you can just not. This one can come around to here. Now, this is good. I'm hoping that I've got a bit of a population surplus at the moment, and therefore these new buildings will simply be occupied by people who kind of go, well, I know the old one burned down, but I'm up... Yeah, see, look, it is currently, well, it's packed to the gills, and I only just built the thing. What about the other things that you only just built? 52 of 75. Okay. Right. Well, that's 52 of 75 as well. Okay, so no shortage of people willing to move into these places, which is good. Let's now go and purchase ourselves a bus. In fact, we're probably going to want a couple of them. So, what do we like? Well, we want something with a heck of a lot of capacity. 120, and that's 1980. That's no good to us. 98, 68, nah. 52, no. 82. Now you're kind of talking. Hold on, tell it buses, otherwise you're going to try and put all of your population into a cement mixer, which they might be up for the first time around, but when no one emerges at the other end, they might be somewhat disconsolate. Right, 80, yeah, 52, no, come on, I want something in the region of 100. Now, that might be a big ask, that might not be possible. You're certainly not going to fit them all in a microbus. Right, we'll go with the Skid 702 RTO MTZ from Czechoslovakia. It won't be the first time. Right, we'll go with a 3-piece of those, and then let's rock them in. Right, number one. Hello, number one. No, hold on. Can we call up all three? We can. Good. Right, then we can kill that. And then we go, right, new stop. Yeah, hello. This one. Yeah. Up to iron mine. It's a boom industry, people. So get to work. I mean that. I mean that spiritually. It's a boom industry. I don't mean that in the sense that explosions are likely to occur. Right, you're done. Next. I'm going to get the sense actually that this bus station is not long for this world in terms of actually being able to support the number of buses I'm lobbing at it. But are we downhearted, comrades? No, we certainly aren't. We're anything but being downhearted, because that would be treasonous. There you go. Have some of that. Get to work. Right. Okay. Easy peasy. Ish. Now then, next job: get a conveyor, wang it down the mountain into my my iron ore refinement system. Right. I think we're probably going to need one of those midway iron conveyor towers. Must go directly from A to B. Okay, there you go. Hills causing obstructions. Well, that's a very awkward hill. Okay, right, no, fine. We'll build a conveyor tower, because that's never caused me any frustration at all in the past. About there, will probably do the trick. It might not. Let's have a go. Hill causing obstruction. Well, you know what we do to hills that cause obstruction, don't you? Right, expand that, and then make a hole. There we go. And then try it again. And voila! The hill is causing an obstruction. Where? Because when I find out which bourgeois hill is getting in my face, I'm gonna take a bulldozer to it. And yeah, I will lob rubles at the problem until the problem disappears. Right, you, come here. Connect. Thank you. I didn't mean to sound terse, but you'd started to try my patience. How about you? Too long. Yeah, phooey. Okay, right, well, let's go for another one. That one doesn't have power. I don't care at the moment. I will care. What do you mean the angle of connection's too sharp? Oh, I must have grabbed the wrong bit. There you go. Go from there to here. Good. And you from there into any one of these. 27 grand. Blimey, conveyors are more expensive than I had perhaps given them credit. Still, good news, everybody. That's now hooked up. So we can then do a bit of this. No, go to the other one. Go to the other. Why don't you go to the other one? There you go. See, that's special. Right. Okay. How many workers do you need? 15. Good. You? 500. Flipping heck. Alright. You're a bit greedy on the old worker side of things, but then again, I suppose this does something for unemployment, generally speaking. Right, well, I guess we're bunging in another switch then. I am starting to get a little bit concerned about whether I can maintain the level of electrical production that may be required for a job such as this. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about that until later, because there's nothing better than simply burying your head in the sand and assuming everything's going to be peachy. Right, okay, you go over there, and then you, off we trot. And also, you should probably brace yourself for having another switch at some point. Just saying. Right, now then, if I rattle this off over this way, like that, plumb it into one of these little sheds, there you go, then it's going to be close enough to the action that when I start to do bits and pieces round here, it will just work. Have you got juice now? Yes. Excellent. How about you? Yes. Splendid. How about you? No, I'm sad. Damn it. Okay, right, well, let's fix that and all. You know how I said you were likely to get another switch in their power line? As much as you don't have a personality and therefore are unlikely to answer that question, we're going to make that happen for you. There you go, have a switch. Good. Right, have some power cables. Marvellous. Now, there will come a point where I start to do this with a little bit more attention to detail, one might say. But today is not that day. No, we're thinking of another day in the future where we do that. Yep, that's an absolutely ideal spot for this. Get it in there. All right, and then... Are you building that or what? Did I not press correctly? Oh, you need to do a bit of flatteroony. Righto, there you go. Flatteroon yourself. And then bang you onto there, and then everything is absolutely... What do you mean gravel? No, not gravel. You should be flipping iron ore. You are iron ore. Okay then. Well, that's good. Because if you weren't if you were in fact gravel, one would be somewhat unhappy. Right, okay, last part to get this working, because we're pretty much there. I said, no, there's two last parts to getting this working. The first of which is to connect this up to a bit of road. So let's do that. Where are we going with this road? Just round the corner, generally speaking. Okay. Yep, flatten that out. Oh, doesn't it make a mess? And then, where's the next one? That one's going this way. We could probably connect onto there. Yeah, but where's the benefit in doing that? You want to... I mean, if you're going to connect to anywhere, it needs to be a locale that has some coal access. Alright, okay. Don't worry, I can make this work. Really? Because at the moment, what it seems to be is that you can make a ruddy mess. Right, keep going. Go on. Just get it up there. That's it. Right, you keep coming round the corner and connect onto the... I see, that was easy. But we are burning through the cash quickly. Not just a little bit quickly, but very quickly are we burning through the cash. However, this will give us steel, which is one of the fundaments of your modern construction, and therefore everything should be grand with that. Presumably, since you were operating, yes, you've got 43 whole workers, and you've got 20 tons of aggregate ready to export. But presumably your input hopper is full. Yeah, you've got 25 tons just sat there waiting for some Herberts to come in and smack it around some. So I guess we're buying more buses, because there doesn't appear to be an upper limit for the number of buses that I can get through. We'll stick with the Czech, the Skid 706. I'm going to buy another 4. Which may be... Okay, I'm only allowed to have 3 at the moment. Probably for the best. Right, you start here. Now, this only needs 15 workers, so I'll take an entire bus load. If I can remember where I left the bus stop. That's not a bus stop. That's the bus stop, right, okay. And then you head out and get off. I tell you what, actually, a second bus stop would be useful here. Cease doing that for a moment. Give me the road. Give me a smallish bus stop. The reason for that is that you know, playing my cards right here, and I can feed both plants' workers from one stop, and that'll be good, I suppose. Right, stick that in there. Smashing. Right, good. I don't need another one. No, just the one will be absolutely plenty. But we will stick on a little bit of footpath action to get them where they need to be. As efficiently as possible. Well, it's... Yeah, okay, no, actually, I'll let you get away with as efficiently as possible, given that you've made it difficult on yourself to actually make this possible. I mean, there's a building in the way. If the building in question is the building they're trying to walk to, there really isn't a building in the way. Right, good, that's that one. And then... well, I don't know, if we sling this out over here, and then walk you down over this way... Right, and then run you out from here. Yeah, and then run this round the corner. Everybody's happy. And then presumably everyone can get to work. Which they will do as soon as I tell them to get to work. So if you go over here, and then get to work. Right, good. So I'll bang all 3 on there, and that way any overspill in terms of workers can simply go and work at the next door building. Maybe they'll specialise over time and learn some special skills with regard to their business, but it's not the end of the world if they don't. Right, give me those. Right, give me that. Bus stop. This bus stop is definitely not big enough anymore. Go over there. Get to work. Yeah, and then you go to the bus stop, and then go to the iron smelteroo, and off you tick. Right, good. That's promising. Right, I'm going to leave it there for today. The next job is to get coal going into the steel mill, and we will most certainly accomplish that very quickly at the start of the next episode. And I invite you to join me for that. So ensure that you have subscribed to furnish yourself with another episode of this glorious, if somewhat disorganized series. And I will be back very soon. So I'm just trying to find you a compelling camera angle, but it seems to be eluding me at the moment. Maybe if we go to the bus station, that will deliver on something that is absolutely mighty to keep an eye on. Yep, that's a lot of buses. Good. Buses make workers work. And what have you. Thanks for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. I'll catch up with you very soon. Cheerio! You there, commenter who suggested that I needed to make sure I could build all of my buildings personally. Well, I'm following your advice. I'm not going to name check you for two reasons. Firstly, you haven't earned it, and secondly, I can't remember your name. So yes, I'm working on total self-sufficiency right now, and obviously I'm not doing food yet, I hasten to add, but the goal will be to build up absolutely everything. Now, it's going to be very chaotic. Brace yourself. Chaotic building is what's going to occur, and then I'll back up and do it better. Probably, if I'm still solvent at that point. Hey ho!